Do you smell the ambiance? Do you have smell-o-vision? Well, we're going to take some nice deep breaths of this Young Living essential oil set, and then we're going to go to work for the first time in... How long has it been?
2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
I think so.
Holy shit. Last week you got the board app queen. This week you get the commission queen. I'm about to deposit all of these checks through our Compass portal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 checks. 7 commission checks. Making it rain all the days of the week. Do you want to work for a successful team? Call us at Jessicamovesyou, 718-423-7700. That's only if Verizon turns on our phone service again and doesn't screw up our new location. And this is, again, I'm sorry that I'm frustrated, but you have to understand I have a business that's effectively shut down because somebody on Verizon's back end did something without the authorization they needed to do it, and now you won't undo it without the authorization they should have needed in the first place. Yeah, so like the first year, like I broke my numerical goal. Like, honestly, I feel like, talking about money, when you talk about money in real estate, it's like a gentle thing because you don't want to be insulting.
Yeah.
But if you're practicing real estate in New York and you're a real estate agent and you're competent, you should be making over $150,000 a year. That's not.
But what is competent?
If you define
that in that
because
that
this is where a lot of realtors get hung up, right? They go when there's downtime, they're not seeking new transactions. They're waiting.
Right.
Don't wait. Like, don't wait for your check. If you don't have money coming in, or I was always somebody, like, not in the beginning, but like when I got to like a certain level where I was starting to like kind of own and recognize my own success, I would be like, okay, I only have 25 things under contract now. My numbers are getting low. All right, so I got to get back out there. Because, like for me, I think like everyone's real estate life is different. Some people are like, they like to put 1 or 2 deals together a week or every other week or whatever, and they babysit those deals and they're always plucking away at it. Me, I was always that type of person that I would be like, oh, my numbers are not where I want them to be. I only have 30 listings and 25 under contract. So then I'd go out 6 days a week, 7 days a week, going out, put like 15, 20 things together. Then I fall back in the office for a couple weeks and babysit it.
So let me ask you this. What does going out mean? Like to someone that's like, that is in that predicament, let's say, maybe team members, maybe whoever is out there that's in the same, where it's like they got a few deals happening and they're kind of just babysitting those deals. What's going out for them, right? What are we doing? Like, we're knocking on doors?
If you were in any other job, right, and you get a project, you finish the project, that doesn't mean you get to leave the office or you get to leave your job because you finish your project. Now you got to start the next work, right? So you make a deal happen.
Right.
Okay, great. Now it's time you start that process has started. Now go looking for another one. Go through your leads. Find out, oh, hey, listen, you called me 6 months ago. Did you find a house? Did you find an apartment? Did you find a condo? Hey, oh, you haven't? If you have downtime, you're not doing real estate right. There's never downtime. Because any time that you're not doing anything, somebody else is in there getting that client that could have been yours. Like, so when, like, when I was younger, I remember plenty of times where I was working with somebody and I had that rapport and I had that relationship with them, and I'm like, you know what, I don't have to worry about it. If they see something, they're going to contact me. So here a couple days will pass and they will be like, oh, you know, I went to an open house and I made the offer to the agent, right? And why did that happen? Because I wasn't staying on top of them.
Yeah.
All right, and if I'm not staying on top of them, then the problem is me. I can't blame if your buyer isn't educated, if you don't take that time to have that conversation with your buyer and say, listen, you can go out and look at other properties. If you see open houses, by all means, just please do me a favor, let me know so I can let that other agent know that you're coming to the open house so I can register you. Or if you walk into an open house and it's just like you're driving by and you see something, here's a stack of my cards. Yeah. Make sure you sign in with my name. If you don't have that conversation with them, you cannot be like, wow, that buyer played me. No, you played yourself. Invest in your own time to make sure there's a return.
Facts, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good...
Like, if I'm going to sit here, I can't expect that everyone I ever speak to is going to buy a property through me. But the ones I'm going to put my time, care, and knowledge into, you better damn well believe they're going to know what they need to do.
Right.
Because if I'm investing in you, I got to make sure I put fail safes in place that I protect myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like in markets that are hot. If the market's hot, you need to make sure you're letting the buyer know, hey, the seller has someone representing their interest. You want me to represent yours. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel there's so many realtors, there's so many real estate agents, and they don't understand why they're not more successful. It's like, I've said this to everyone in my team. It's in the beginning, it's a 50-50 thing. It's 50% stepping in and then 100% knowing what to do when you step in it. Because there's always opportunities if you've looked back through your life. Damn, like I could have went down this road. Or, you know what? You never know if that renter is going to turn into a seller because his uncle dies and has a 6-family house. You got to treat everyone the same.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because you never know who your next referral will come from. Even I've spoken to attorneys, like, and I had an attorney recommend me somebody over the last week. I've never done a deal with him. He was on another side of the deal representing the other agent, but he's like, you know what, you were always on top of it.
Right.
And I remember.
I respect that. Yeah, of course.
So when I know, like, you know, my client came to me, I'm like, you know what, I know somebody that's going to know how to help you. And I never recommended this attorney any business before. But he remembered the way I conducted mine.
And that goes a long way as far as, like, I feel as if, like, with anything, right? Like any other business or jobs or anything that you may have. Just to reference on it, like, just with the weddings, right? Like, shooting a wedding, and the person that was in charge of the wedding, the wedding planner, was there inside, and she was noticing, all the work that was happening, this and that. Ever since then, me and this wedding planner has been close friends, and she's been referring clients to me, and I've been referring clients to her, just because we both seen the value that we give to the client. If the whole team in there is giving 100% to the client's happy all around. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm mad at this guy and I'm mad at that guy.
And now you've made that person that referred you look good.
Right, so now all around, exactly, yes. And it's the same thing in, just a reference with the real estate thing, it's just the same situation. You work hard with your client is going to remember that, whether you rented them something or whether you sold something for them, and then...
And it's also okay to just tell, you know what, if you do mess up, if you do drop the ball with somebody, you don't have, that doesn't need to be your legacy in the mind of that client.
Right.
You could be like, you know what, I screwed this one up. I'm sorry, but moving forward, this is my action plan to right this wrong. I'm going to follow up to you on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's like, there's always ways to get better, and also to, revitalize relationships. I just think that, it's not a business about being perfect. It's about a business about being patient and being honest and consistent. What works for one person is not going to work. Like, some people like to door knock. honestly, I've never done that.
Right.
Never, not one day in my whole life. Never.
I mean, do you think that's a obviously you've never done it because one, I don't think you've ever needed to, right? Because business has been kind of like a different way where like referral kind of just started happening as you got into the business, right?
Yeah.
But also, I mean,
I've told everyone in the office to door knock that.
right. So somebody that just gets their license, right, like fresh out of the box, that's something that they should do.
I think somebody that gets their license, they need to figure out why is that little thing wrong. They need to figure out why they are doing it and what makes them feel comfortable so they can be doing it at their best. Because if there is a balance between pushing yourself outside of your own comfort zone and also saying, you know what, I know I'm gonna freeze up. So, but I excel in this, even though I'm weak in that. So while I'm working on developing my strengths in this is what I excel in. I'm really involved with my kids' soccer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna sponsor the soccer team. I'm gonna let everyone know. I'm gonna give everyone a shirt from me, and then on the soccer team, it's gonna say the soccer team's name, and it's gonna have my logo on the back. You can do things that you can, even if you're not the most like outspoken, or if you're not comfortable with a million people in a room. There's not only one right way, because at the same time, you can drop me in a room with 1,000 people and I can make a speech in front of all of them. That's just not, I don't get stage fright, none of that.
But that's not everybody.
But that's not everybody. And you know what? That part of my personality might rub somebody that's a little bit more introverted the wrong way, or might rub another alpha the wrong way. So they might respect someone that's a little bit more quiet, more super professional and diligent, and you know, it's okay. There's clients that will match every personality.
That's true.
You just got to be strong in your strengths. You got to be comfortable in your strengths. If you know you're funny, be funny. If you know you're very methodical and professional, highlight that. If you know that you're great about responsiveness and you're very, like at 9 a.m. every day of the week, I will send emails, set that expectation, and then blow those people's expectations out of the water. Everybody's got different strengths. You don't have to have the same strengths to be successful in real estate. You need to know what the hell your strengths are, and then surround yourself with people who have the strengths that are your weaknesses.
That's very good. Thank you.
And on that note, I'm going to get out of this car real slowly with my donut and figure out why my Instagram thing is wrong. Oh
wow.
Because you know damn well I don't have 109 followers.